Let's look at some 6-round options for the Vikings. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Draft is, 15, 16 days away, and it's time to look at some 6-round options for the Vikings.
I still can't believe you don't know. You used to have the countdown to like 128 days. You'd have it down to a second.
Hold on. The reason being, I didn't know if we're going to post this tonight or tomorrow. It's 16
Oh my God.
days. It is 16 days right now.
Yeah, and it's coming up fast. It's really sneaking up. Before we talk about our 6-round options, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids, comment as well. We'd love to hear what you guys think on our vids. And also remember, draft tailgate party on April 27th, 4:30, 4-ish, somewhere in there. Get things
4:30
going.
Central Time. Join us. Giveaways. It's going to be a blast. We're going to get drunk. And as always, we'll be doing a video for every damn pick we make.
Hell yeah.
But
I think this year we're more prepared than any to know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. We're going to do 10 options. Lupagus has got 5. I got 5. Then we're going to do our dream boat that we would love to fall in our laps in round 6. So as of now, Vikings do have a 6-round pick, I believe, courtesy of Tyler Conklin.
Pick 211.
Boom, baby. Well, let's start off. Lupagus, you're up first.
Yeah, we talked about late round quarterbacks for round 7. Let's go round 6. Look at Jake Haener, Fresno State. Not the tallest guy. He's only 6 foot, but he can scramble. He's a gamer. He's one of these guys that he's going to scrap and fight and always continue to compete until the game is over. Had a good Senior Bowl week. I think the Vikings actually met with him down there. So Jake Haener, if he's sitting there around round 6, the Vikings haven't pulled the trigger on a quarterback. I'm all for taking a chance on this guy.
Yeah, I like Haener. I mean, it's round 6. Anytime you get into the round 6, round 7, the quarterbacks, you might as well just pull one out of a hat because chances of him panning out probably aren't great. But Haener, you're drafting him for his mind.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, he doesn't have the big arm. He's not that athletic. You're drafting him just for his smarts. And he's a very smart guy.
I think he's got a chance to hang around as a decent, decently long backup in the league.
Yeah, no, he's got backup written all over him. Very smart. Very smart. High football IQ, as they say. In round 6, hell yes. I'm going Matt Landers. Matt Landers, wide receiver from Arkansas. I could say Arkansas. I could say Toledo. I could say Georgia because he's played for them all. Wow. And 6'4", 200 pounds, 4.37 speed. And his big thing, I mean, he just broke out this year at Arkansas. He's just kind of at Georgia. He never really got a chance. Toledo, he did all right. But he's got that long speed, big playability, and obviously the size and athleticism. He's like a lot of the other receivers we talked about. He's got like all the tools. He just needs to put everything else together, which is a big ask. And that's why a guy like him with his athletic ability and size is going to go this late in the draft. But I love these raw guys coming to Minnesota. They got Keenan McCardle, one of the best wide receiver coaches in the damn league. What better place to go?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Matt Landers until you just told me about him right now, but I love the fact that he's 6'4". I'd love to have that bigger target opposite Justin Jefferson, even a red zone option as a rookie. Just going up there and giving him some jump balls to go up and get.
Yeah, Landers, I believe, was fairly highly recruited out of high school and just never really came to fruition.
He's the son of Brock.
I wish. He's always, when you get into the mock draft, he's always that top receiver doing the simulators. Come around like 6, round 7, he's just staring at you. Just like that. All right, here you go, Lupagus.
Big old boy in the middle, PJ Mustipher. You talk about guys being around there in round 6. Mustipher is always there. Sometimes he's there beyond. Sometimes he's there after the draft. I don't care. This guy does one thing well. It's stuff to run. He's all about strength, all about his power, all about his thick, massive lower half, and he loves to let that gut just hang out. He don't care. He'll throw that thing out to anybody. He was at the East-West Shrine game. I think he did it right there. So PJ Mustipher, looking for a guy, some more depth on the D-line, especially at the nose position. Harrison Phillips only here one more year. Mustipher could be your guy.
Where's he going? You're not going to bring him back?
I don't know. He's only under contract. 2-year contract, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I got a defensive lineman that's very similar to Mr. Mustipher, and there's nothing sexy about him. No way in hell. You need to stop the run, throw his ass out there. Goal line defense, put his ass out there. And I got one very similar. I don't know where he comes now. It's not him yet. It's Clayton Tune. Clayton Tune is next. Tuneski, again, I mean, just like Jake Haener, I mean, what do you really say? I mean, he's got better size, 6'2", 220, but he doesn't have the big arm. He definitely is a lot more athletic than him. He's very patient, 4-year starter, played in that Houston offense where Lupagus could probably go and throw for 30 touchdowns a year. But everything you read about him, leader, competitor, captain, very experienced, which you love because he's coming into a spot, any quarterback, but he's coming into a spot where he's just going to sit his ass on the bench because he's not ready. But Clayton Tune, seems people either love him or hate him.
Well, the best thing about him is me, like if you do get him, you can say, hey, you can name that Tune and 2 touchdowns.
Ooh,
a lot of those kind of angles there.
No, nobody's going to say that.
Oh, a lot of people will.
But if you say that in my presence, I'm going to slap you right in the mouth.
Can't wait. Dare you. I dare you.
Tuneski. Here you go, Lupagus.
Yeah, you mentioned Landers always being there round 6. I always see Ronnie Bell available in my simulator. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a look at this Ronnie Bell. And it's not horrible. I mean, he's 6 foot, 191 pounds. He's not huge, decent size. He's got pretty good hands, sticky mitts, I would say. Some people even say syrupy mitts. He's good after the catch, 62 receptions, 889 yards, 4 touchdowns last season. And an offense that's not exactly known to be a dominating passing attack. So Ronnie Bell, maybe he's the second receiver you take. Maybe he's the first because you just haven't had a chance to take one. I think he's the guy who can come in and at least make the roster and give you something there on the depth chart.
I'm glad you brought up syrup. If you haven't watched the outtake of Anchorman 2, where Ron Burgundy is talking about pleasuring himself to the vision of Miss Buttersworth, go watch it. It'll be the best 2 minutes of your life. I cry when I watch that.
It's classic. And it's best part because they're laughing too.
Yeah, it's an outtake. Go watch it. Anchorman 2 outtake, Miss Buttersworth. Ronnie Bell, he's a fantastic route runner, and that's why I love him. It's shit you can't teach. Yeah. Whether you get him in whatever round you get him, you know he can come in and get open. And he gets yards after the catch too, which is huge. I love Ronnie Bell. I love him.
Yeah, you're gonna ring that bell and name that tune.
I wouldn't mind him in earlier than round 6, but he's usually around 6-ish. So here's my big boy, Jared Clark. Again, like Mustafer, he's a space eater. I mean, we got Tonga in the middle. Behind him, I believe, is Jonathan Bullard. Why not bring in some competition, bring in some more depth? And Jared Clark, again, he had 3.5 sacks last year, but he's by no means a guy who's going to get after the quarterback. He is there for one reason, and that is to clog shit up so everyone else can make some plays.
Yeah, so getting a space eater in this draft at some point does make a lot of sense for the Vikings. So I'm all for any help on the D-line. I don't care what the position is.
And just a reminder, that is Miss Buttersworth outtakes. Anchorman 2. Here you go.
Kai Blackman. I looked into him because the Vikings are bringing him in for a top 30 visit. And, you watch his highlights. You're like, damn, this guy, he's just constantly swatting down passes, whether he's diving and doing it backwards, kind of blindly sticking his hand in. He has like this uncanny sense when to stick his hand up and knock down a pass. He's only 5'11", 180 pounds, not the biggest frame. I think I actually rounded up on his weight a little bit there.
178.
But he is very, very physical. This guy will come up and smack you in the mouth. Loves tackling, loves hitting, but he's also physical in his coverage, which means he's very grabby. He may be a flag magnet in the NFL if he doesn't polish up his technique and get a little less handsy like Onebar at the landing at about 12:06 in the morning.
Oh, come on. I'm home sleeping for hours by then. Vikings love him. Obviously, they brought him in. But you said it. He's very aggressive, but maybe a little too aggressive. Spent 4 years at Colorado before going to USC. Can play inside, can play outside. 3 interceptions last year, so he has a little sniffer for the ball. I really hope we double dip at corner. I hope the second corner comes in like round 5, round 6, and we get a guy just like Blackman.
Yep. Why not?
All right, next up, I'm going guard. I'm going with the big, ginormous man. The big man who actually lost some weight. He was up to, I don't want to say he was over like 350, but 6'4", 320, 329 right now. Big, powerful monster. He is he's not movable. And if he gets his hands on you, you are done. He came to UCLA, put him at defensive line, said, screw it, you're too damn big. We're putting you at guard. And he's been fantastic. And we're going to need some depth at guard. And Mafi, in a class that has not so great guards, I think it's thin real quick. To get a guy that came in round 6 would be a damn gift.
Yeah, I do like Mafi. And I would, like you said, with Bell, I think I'd take him in round 5. Wouldn't be upset if we grabbed him there. You mentioned it. The guard depth is not great on this roster. So getting anybody at some point in this draft, I think the Vikings have to do it. And Mafi in round 6, what a gift.
God, he's fucking huge. I saw something when he came to USA. He was like 400 pounds.
Gee, maybe he might be too big then.
No, he's not anymore. Here you go. Here's your boy, Juicy.
Juice Scruggs, round 6, getting a guy named Juice Scruggs. Why would you not do this? He's center, but he can play guard. He can play left side. He can play right side. A versatile piece. He's your classic high floor, low ceiling. He's just good all around the board, not elite in any one trait. So low chance of busting, but he pretty much is what he is. And that's going to be either a spot starter, high quality backup. Maybe he develops a little bit more, but just I think a pretty solid all-around prospect that you can get, fill some multiple spots on the depth on your O-line. And again, his name is Juice.
His name is Juice. Again, a lot of the profiles say he could be a starter in the right situation. So I don't know what that means.
Everybody else is hurt.
Well, I just mean they say it in the right team. He could be an actual everyday starter. And, he comes here. Bradbury's here for a couple more years now, at least we think. So, Schlotman, Scruggs, let's go.
Hell yeah. It sounds like a law firm. Schlotman and Scruggs.
Schlotman Scruggs. Also, I don't mean to turn this into a movie, but go watch Buster Scruggs if you haven't. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, roll.
So fantastic.
And drink some orange juice. It's a really good juice.
Buster Scruggs is amazing. Jay Ward, final, LSU, safety / corner. Vikings looking at Brian Branch, another guy who can play safety, another guy who can go and play some nickel. So they're looking at the position, 6'1", $188. Very good against the pass and against the run support. Stud special teamer, extremely physical, and has some good damn instincts. 6 career interceptions. Let's get some depth. A guy who can play multiple positions in that backfield. Boom!
Yeah, we've been preaching it. Brian Flores wants versatile players who do more than one thing. Jay Ward fits that mold. Sounds to me like a Brian Flores guy.
Hell yes. So now Lupagus, if all the cards fell right, and somebody's sitting there at round 6, who are you getting most excited about that we get?
Well, this would be bittersweet for me because I believe he deserves to go higher. I know he's got short Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. I don't care. Ivan Pace Jr. is a lightning bolt. He is a missile. He will attack. He almost is too damn aggressive. I think he comes in as a core special teamer. He's going to dominate in special teams. Maybe he can develop into a starting linebacker one day. But Ivan Pace Jr., if he falls, it's going to be because of his small stature, and the Vikings should pounce all over him if we get him in round 6.
Yeah, Pace. I can't wait to see where he goes. I hope he ends up in purple. Just going to be very if he went in round 4, I don't think anyone would be surprised. If he went undrafted, I don't think anyone would be that surprised.
Yeah, I just love the way he plays the game. So fun to watch.
Yeah, he had like 3,000 sacks last year.
Who you got? Who's your dream?
I'm going Andre Josivac.
Yeah.
Like another guy, kind of like Pace. Like if he went in round 4, but the more and more you see it, like these guys who know their shit, like Jordan. They got him down there quite a bit. So I think when all is said and done, he does go in that round 5, 6, 7 range. His big knock is obviously his level of competition, but not only that, when he's fast, but everyone talks about how much he couldn't separate. Like that's a big deal when you're talking about level of competition. He definitely dominated and put up some great highlights, some great stats, but I think he's got a lot of things pointing against him.
Yeah, I do feel like he's going to probably be a later day 3 guy at this point. Wouldn't shock me if someone just took him early. You never know on that day 3. Things are a little bit nutty. So if he went round 4, I wasn't surprised, but I fully expect him to be in this 5th, 6th, 7th round range. Well,
just like Matt Landers and a lot of the other receivers we've talked about, there's a lot of receivers in this class that it's just like what could be. So what separates him from a guy like Landers? There's a lot of them in the draft.
Yep.
I'd love to see Mr. Josivac in purple.
Yeah, I think we all would. So let us know in the comments who are some 6th round options you like. Do you like any of these? Do you hate them all? Did you watch the Mrs. Butterworth scene?
Do it and let us know in the comments if you've watched that. And hit that sub button. Let's get 10K, baby.
Remember this. This is actually kind of a very sad, depressing fact, but a child growing up in the U.S. is more likely to have a pet than a live-at-home father.